Hello, everyone. It's me, your friend, I guess, on the internet. Today, we're going to be serious. We might start being a little more serious a little more often because in my world, a lot of stuff has become very serious. My shawl does not want to stay up, and it's kind of cold back here in the bedroom where I like to do my recording because it's quiet and not as cluttered like the rest of my life. We're going to talk a lot about narcissism from now on, I think, maybe, because I have been a victim of it my whole life. Just today, my narcissist has decided that rubbing medical in my face is a good idea. Not like my crazy grandma did. This one, it's more like, I'm better than you. I get to have stuff. I get to make sure I get stuff. I know you need it too, but who cares? Who cares? It's all about me. I just now realized that this is sitting on the bed and probably won't come through very well. Let me see if I can. Excuse my hand. I don't think that's going to work. Yay, it slid off. Okay, we're just going to hope this goes ahead and records. Plastic canvas will not hold up your phone correctly. Everyone should understand this. Humor. And that's how I've made it through my life. Yeah, the narcissist, I have injured my hand. My puppy jumped on my hand. He stressed a tendon in my hand, and it's not been good for like the last week. Finally went in and had someone look at it today, and it's nothing. It's a bruised tendon. It'll get better. Speaking of puppies, they're out in the front room, so I better hurry. The narcissist decided to tell me that they had to reschedule one of their appointments because they're still sick. Yeah, I guess you're sick if you want to be sick. You're pretty good at faking stuff. I can talk about that in another one. Keep you guys coming back for more. There's always more to learn. I was going to do some research, but sometimes I'm kind of lazy. And that comes from the narcissistic abuse that I've had my whole life. This thing does not like to stay up at all. It used to be a towel, but I sewed it into a shawl. So, but yeah, that was the first thing they said after I told them not to worry about my hand, because they've been pretending to be worried about my hand, that it's just a tendon. It'll heal in a couple of weeks. And the first thing I hear is, yeah, I had to reschedule one of my appointments because I'm still not feeling very good. Okay, great. You get that particular appointment. I won't say what it is because that's against HIPAA. You can't talk about that kind of stuff. You can, but if you do, it's not legally okay. I know some people do. I'm not going to play that game. And so anyway, I need the exact same procedure. But because it requires you to take a day off work that I can't afford to take off, I don't get it. I don't get to have that. And who knows? What that could have been what my dad died from, what my paternal grandfather died from. I don't know. But I don't get to have it. That much I do know. Until I find a way to have $100 to make up for that day that I would have to miss. And because the narcissist will find out I've got $10 put back, we got to spend it. You know, I think I need to go to the store. I think I'm out of. Or, I used my last. How many of you have to put up with that? How many? And my heart to you. I am so sorry. I have to deal with this almost every day. I do not want to be a gig driver anymore. I'm looking into a couple of other jobs, but getting the time to actually get the education because of the narcissist. But yeah, how many of you have narcissists that use the medical? I've got a huge one of these I could do on that, but I might have to do it from the front seat of the car because it could be longer than a few minutes. It could run into the double digits. I will also be writing books about these things. I don't do I'm not gonna be all go to this website and that website and this is where I got this information and that information here. That will be in my books, but the internet is amazing, and the internet is how I learned that what was going on was not my fault. Many years ago, 20, I want to say late 12, early 13, was when I first typed in, could my partner be a narcissist? And I found out, I also found out about reactive narcissistic abuse, where people act like narcissists, but they're not narcissists. They're just reacting to abuse, and it makes them look like one. And I also found out that everybody, literally everyone, is, to an extent. It's whether or not you cross a particular line on certain things. And I'm not going to get into that here, because this was just about my narcissist throwing medical in my face again. And I can't wait for May to get here, because I don't care what they're doing at that point in time. I don't care what's going on. I've already learned that they can't use a lot of their games to hold me. In fact, there's nothing really that they can do to hold me. They can't do that because I've got intelligence and age on my side now. So I'm leaving. I'm going home to Washington. But I'm going to let you guys go for now. I want you to know I'm going to try my best. But the narcissistic abuse, it causes CPTSD. And sometimes that makes it hard for me to do things. Those of you who suffer with it know. Here in America, they don't recognize it. And I wish they did, because I definitely haven't. I have been diagnosed with it, but they can't put that in my charts because it doesn't exist here. So everybody, I pray for all my brothers and sisters trapped in the same situation, going through the same stuff. Hopefully we all get out and we get to be safe. And even if we just have a few years left in our lives, we don't have to sit around crying all the time. I gotta get back out there to my raptor before he destroys my house. Have fun.